Hey there, artist! Today we're drawing the cutest little cottage in the woods, and I'm going to show you how to bring it to life in Procreate using some fun tools like the bloom effect for dreamy lighting, Gaussian blur to add soft magical depth, textured brushes for that cozy rustic feel, and quick shape to get clean, perfect lines for things like windows and doors. So grab your iPad, open up the Procreate app, and let's get started. Alright, first things first, we're going to set up our canvas. Tap the plus in the top right corner, and then we'll tap on screen size. And for our first step, we're gonna make the house. So you're gonna just get this color, first color on the first row. And for our brush, we're going to use, in painting, we're gonna use the Nico roll. And for our brush, we're going to be using, or for our brush size, we're going to be using 3%. Yep. And we're just going to start with drawing a big line, a long line like this. And then Procreate's quick shape will automatically snap it into a perfect line. So what we're going to do is just do that one more time. And then tap one finger on the screen so you can do a perfect line. And then now we're going to do is just shorten it. We can edit it. And then we're going to make another line right here. Just like this. And then up here, we're going to get a smaller brush size. And then just add, so it's smaller. Just add that pointy thing up there so it looks more complete. And now for our next step, we're going to just make it a bit more thicker. Okay, on this side too. Okay, and now what we can do is make a new layer, and we're going to drag that layer below it since we want our color to show up below it. So like, I choose a random color, and now you can see it goes below our first layer. And for our color, we're going to be using this one right here, and we're just going to make a line just like this. Oops, line. Just like that, and then make another line right here. But what we're going to do is undo that, and we're going to merge these letters together. And we're going to move it a bit here, and then make it a bit smaller using the transform tool and uniform. And now what we're going to do is just make a line like that. Okay, and then we'll just connect our two lines. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make our bottom layer of our house. So we're going to tap the plus and then drag our new layer under layer 2. And we're going to use this third color in the first row. And now we're just going to make a line like this. And make another line right here. Okay, and what we're going to do is we want to make our house a bit slanted to like right here. Let's just go that and then make it so it's right here. And then we'll just erase this. And for our next color, we're going to use this color right here and make this one just a straight line to give it that 3D look. Okay, so now we're just going to color our house. So what we're going to do is just merge all these layers together, and then we're going to get this color, just drag that color in. And what we're going to do is grab this color, put that right there, and then finally we'll grab this color and then make sure this is closed, just like that. And then now what we're going to do is go to the arrow tool and then go to freeform and just make our house a bit more thin. And what we can do is just make it a bit smaller. This is optional only though. And we'll just want to make this a bit longer. Just adding some finishing touches. whoops, make sure that's on the same layer and make sure this is closed. Just like this. And now what we're going to do is just make this line a bit more straight and then grab this color and then just put it under this layer 2. And what we're going to do is then just make one more line. And then there. Okay, and then we're going to merge these 2 layers together so now we can fill it in. Whoops, that's probably because these are not closed. Yep. And that looks really good. And then we'll go to the freeform and just make it a bit thinner. That looks good. And now what we're going to do is then we're going to make our chimney. So tap the plus, and now let's grab this color right here. What we're going to do is just make a line, or let's first do clipping mask. And just make a line like this. And then put it over here like that. And make one line over here. And now I won't do clipping mask anymore. And just make a straight line. Just like that, fill that in. And now what we're going to do is get a darker version of that color and just make a little top of this chimney. Fill that in. Just like that. And what we can do about this chimney now, I feel like a bit too tall. We just make it a bit more shorter, like that. And now we're going to make our door and windows. So let's make a new layer on top of layer 2, and we'll just tap on clipping mask. And clipping mask is great when you want your just what you're going to draw on this layer just to be on the layer below the clipping mask layer. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this color for our first layer of our door, and just like this. And then we'll make another one right here. Just like that. And now we will just make a new layer and grab this color. And just grab this color now. Very natural. And then finally just fill it in with this same color. And then we'll grab this color right here and then make the lines of the doors. And just merge all these layers together. And then we'll just edit our door a little bit. Maybe make it a bit more thinner. Like that. We're going to grab actually this color right here, and we're actually just going to fill it in all of this whole layer. And what we're going to do actually is grab actually this color right here, and then just make the lines with this. And then make the doorknob. Okay, so now we're going to make our window. So let's tap the plus on top of layer 2. And now what we're going to do is grab this color and then make a window shape like that one. And now we'll just make little lines. Just like that. And then grab this yellow right here. Like that. And we'll just edit a bit and make it a bit smaller. Use the distort. Just like that. Oops. Like that. And maybe just edit it a bit. Okay, that looks really good. And now what we're going to do is make our window on the door. So what we're going to do is just make a We're gonna use this color. On the door, like that one, and just make that version of this color, like this one, and then we'll get this yellow. Oops. Just color that in. Just like that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make our path to the house. So we're going to make all the houses together and then make a new layer under layer 2. And what we can do actually is go under layer 2 and go to rename. And then we're just going to rename it to house. Just like that. And then for layer 2, we're going to grab, let's say, this color and just make a shape. We should make this house a bit higher, and then now I'm gonna make the house like that. Just like this, and then we're gonna just close the shape right here, and then drag in the color, just like that. And what we're gonna do is add some details to our code, and we're just gonna get this color right here, and just texture, transmute, mode. Just like that, and then now what we're going to do is make a new layer and then drag it under layer 2, and we're going to use this color, and it's actually use, let's see, so it's this color, let me see, yeah, for glass, I think that's good, make it a bit more green, so we can put the color a bit lighter than that. This is good, and we'll just make some grass. And for our brush, we're going to go to Engine and use Studio Pen, and just make little bumps like this, like that, and then fill that in. And now what we're gonna do is make a new layer on top, and we'll just add some texture to the grass. Grass. Texture. Like that, and then make a new layer on top of that. And we're going to grab a new brush and drawing, and then we're using Blackburn. And we're going to use this color right here. And we're just going to make a little dots like this one. Really anyway, like. Just make it a bit. That's good. And 3 dots. Like that. And then we'll go for this one over here. Like that. And for our brush, we're going to, for our new brush, we're just going to go back to the new layer. First put this new layer under here. That looks really good. And then we'll tap the plus and then drag it under layer 5. And for our color, we're going to be using this color right here. And we're just going to make the trees now, just like that. Same over here. Just like that. And now we're going to add some more bushes. So we're just going to tap the plus and put it over the house layer. This will be our whole new layer. And we're going to grab this color right here and just make some bushes. And then we'll get out this color. Like that. And what we're going to do now is we're going to make our sky. So what we're going to do is now tap the plus and then drag it under all our layers. And we're going to grab this color right here and put our size up. And now we're just going to use the same brush, or let's actually go to airbrushing and use soft brush. Like that. And then we'll grab this color, and then this lighter color for here, and then use Gaussian blur. Tap the plus, and now we're going to make our clouds. So we'll go to selection tool, freehand color fill on, and go to pure white. And now it's going to make some clouds. It's just simple cloud shapes. Just like that. And now what we're going to do is make the smoke coming out of the chimney. So tap the plus and then put it over layer 7. And now what we're going to do is grab this color. Yep. And then go to the painting, use Nico roll. And we're just going to make a smoke shape. Just like that. And for our house, I forgot to add one more detail. We're going to tap on it and then tap on alpha lock. And what we're going to do is grab this color and just make this over here, like that. Okay, like this is, it's kind of like this over here, but it's a bit darker since it's on the darker side. So now what we're going to do is make our hills kind of in the background. So what we're going to do is tap the plus on where it's going to be under layer 9. And what we're going to do now is grab this color. Yep. Go to artistic and let's go to drawing and use Blackburn. And then just make some bushes like that. And then we can get this really light color over here. And just make little hills in the background. Like that. And now we're going to add some bushes in the front. And what we're going to do is grab this color and then just make, let's tap the plus. Just like that. And then we can just add some little, I don't know, just some leaves on the bushes. Just like that. And now for one of our last steps, we're going to add some bloom to the windows. So we're going to go to house and then go to the automatic tool under the S-shaped ribbon. And then we're going to turn off color fill. And then just grab these and these. And then we'll go to the magic wand, go to bloom. And then just add some bright. So size at 22, burn is at 22. Just change the transition a bit to 100%. And there we go, our little forest cottage is all finished. I hope you had fun drawing along with me, and these cozy scenes are just the best. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when new videos are up. Got an idea for what we should draw next? Drop it in the comments and I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now!